أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. I start my presentation with these beautiful lines. Read in the name of the Lord who created man from clot. Read, and the Lord is most wonderful, who taught the pen, taught man which he knew not. Today, the topic of my lecture is cohesion and coherence. Here, we discuss the differences between these two terms, that is, cohesion and coherence. The first one we discuss is cohesion. Cohesion refers to the linguistic devices that connect words, phrases, and ideas in a text, creating a sense of unity and continuity. Cohesive devices help to link ideas and sentences together, making the text more coherent and easier to follow. Now we discuss the types of cohesive devices. The first one is reference. Reference refers to using pronouns or and other words to refer to previously mentioned ideas or entities. For example, John went to the store. He bought milk. The pronoun he refers back to John. The next one is repetition. Repetitions is repeating keywords or phrases to create unity or emphasis. For example, I like coffee, coffee, coffee. In this example, the word coffee is repeated 3 times to emphasize the speaker's strong liking for coffee. This repetitions makes the statement more empathetic and engaging. The fourth type of cohesive device is synonyms. Synonyms using different words with similar meaning to avoid repetition. For example, I love reading books, novels, and stories. The word books, novels, and stories are synonyms, meaning they have similar meaning and are used to avoid repetition. There are many other examples of synonyms are happy, joyful, cheerful, and sun, sprint, dash, etc. The next one is transition words. Using words like however, therefore, does to connect ideas. For example, I want to the beach and then I want swimming. In this example, the transition word then is used to connect two ideas and shows the sequence of event. It has to make the sentence flow smoothly and clearly. The fifth type of cohesive device is conjunction. Conjunction is using words like and, but, or to connect clauses and sentences. For example, I like reading books and also enjoy writing story. The conjunction and connect two clauses. The sixth types of cohesive device is ellipsis. Ellipsis is basically omitting words or phrases to avoid repetition and create consciousness. For example, John liked coffee and Mary tea. The ellipsis omit the verb likes to avoid repetition. The last type of cohesive device is substitution, using a phrase or word to replace a previous ideas or entity. For example, Mary likes coffee. She likes tea too. The pronoun he is used to substitute for John to avoid repetition. The next one is coherence. Now, what is coherence? Coherence is basically refer to overall meaning and logic of a text, creating a sense of clarity and understanding. Coherence relationships helps to establish relationship between ideas and sentences, making the text more cohesive and easier to follow. There are many types of coherence relationship. The first one is addition. Addition is basically adding ideas or information to what has happened previously stated. For example, the example of addition in coherence devices is I love reading books. Additionally, I enjoy writing stories, and furthermore, I'm interested in publishing my own novel. In this example, additionally is used to add a new idea that is related to the previous one, reading books and enjoying writing stories. And furthermore is used to add another new idea that is related to the previous one, being interested in publishing a novel. The second types of coherence relation is cause and effect. Cause and effect is basically showing how one idea or event leads to another. Showing how one idea or events lead to another. For example, let's take an example. I don't study for the exam, therefore I don't do well. In this sentence, I don't study for the exam is the cause and I don't do well is the effect. The word therefore indicate that the effect not doing well is a direct result of the cause not studying. The third types of the coherence relation is contrast. Now what is contrast? Contrast is basically highlighting differences between ideas or entities. Let's take an example. I love spending time outdoors, whereas my sister prefers indoor activities. Uses whereas to show contrast. This is basically contrast. The fourth type of coherence relation is time. Time is basically connecting ideas or event through time relationship. For example, mind while subsequently. Let's take an example. I went to the store, then I bought some milk, and finally I came home. In this sentence, I went to the store is the first action, then I bought some milk is the second action, and finally I came home is the third action. In this example, the coherence devices then indicate the second action happened after the first action and finally indicates that the third action happened last. Now we move forward. The fifth type of coherence relationship is elaboration. Elaboration is providing more details or explanation about an idea or entity. For instance, the new smartphone has a great camera, main idea. In fact, it has 50 megapixel sensor, optical zoom, and advanced image stabilization is basically is example of elaboration. The sixth type of coherence relationship is example. Example is basically providing a specific instance to illustrate a general idea. For instance, many companies are adopting flexible work arrangements. For instance, Google allows employees to work from home. The coherence solution, for instance, provide an example. The last type of coherence relation is generalization. Generalization is basically draw a conclusion based on specific instance. For instance, most people love traveling abroad And John is not exception. In this sentence, most people is a generalization that set the context for the specific example of John. Now, the topic of my lecture and thank you so much.